see it coming.
I didn't even think I was going to do it. And then I just did it because I was feeling it. For those of you who don't have the pleasure of tuning into our live video right now, I did what some may call our signature move, which is a dance move, which is just kind of like I would say it's like an elevated funky chicken. There's a lot of jerky motion.
She gets annoyed if you do it wrong too, though. Like she acts like it's no big deal.
Some people think that they're doing it right, but they're not.
Why don't you talk about it? And if you want to see it, our YouTube channel is poppin'. And speaking of poppin',
yeah, it's more like a chest. Yeah, it's a poppin'. We're
is it a thrust?
Poppin'. It's a pop. It's a pop. It's chest.
She gets very annoyed when people are too army about it.
It's not the arms. It's all chest. I could even do it without my arms.
So funny. Okay, because whenever we were at the Beach Boys show, we did do it once, like right at the very beginning of the show. And then I got into my trance, my Beach Boys trance. And then days later, I was like, we hardly did the brain candy bump. And then she pulled it out of nowhere, and I say thank you.
You are welcome.
For that.
Well,
that was great. Welcome to the Brain Candy Podcast, episode 942. We have a job to do. We should focus, Sarah.
We do have a job to do. And let me tell you, Suze, I have been doing my job all weekend. I did
working
something
the streets.
That I have literally been working the streets. I was doing something that I have not done in many, many years.
Yeah.
And that is self-promotion and flyering. And like going door to door, cold calling, if you will.
Yeah.
I did some cold calling.
Did you really? Oh, yeah, because you just showed up and were like, hey,
showed up with
my
printed flyer. And then I had to convince them, hey, can I put this in your window? And then I wouldn't just say, like, can I put this in the window? Then I was like, I got to sell them on the event.
Yeah,
I gotta, so
here's why.
I was like, and my girlfriend's like the best hype person for this.
She is.
Because she was like, oh, yeah, tell them about it. Like, yeah. And then I did that for one person, and I was like, and I'm just saying, if you're into trivia and because we were in this like kind of witchy boutique.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're into trivia and witchy vibes and hilarity and drag shows and you're looking for something to do to get in the Halloween spirit, I've got an evening for you.
Yes. Yeah.
And she was like, oh my God, I think that would be so much fun. I love, she said that. I literally love all those things. I'm like, well, we would love you. And then she goes, wait, what's your podcast? And then I tell her about the podcast. So hi, new listener.
Yes, hi, new listener. Thank you so much for loving all the same things we love.
I am going tonight to a lesbian bar for trivia, and I'm bringing along a whole bunch of flyers.
I mean, those are our people.
Though, if there were ever
Do you have
people.
a cat? Do you love trivia? Are you lesbian? If you are any of those things, you're going to have a blast.
Well, I love that you said, do you have a cat? Because I am putting together these amazing mystery, fun grab bags for the event.
Yeah.
And there's some cat-themed stuff that I
love it.
Because I was like, I bet that our audience would like this.
Yeah, they would.
Because witchy people would like this. Cat people would like this.
Yeah, and like cats are a symbol. Even if you don't love cats in real life.
I don't have cats, but I want these.
You get the symbol.
Totally. Love it. So.
Yeah. Okay, great.
So like get excited, people.
Get excited and get your tickets because there's lots of general admission tickets, but if you want to come to the pre-show cocktail hour.
Yes.
Where we are going to be hilaire and spilling tea and playing special games.
Yeah, special games.
That
just like one-on-one, taking pics, hanging out. This is like fun times, Susie, Sarah.
Those are limited. Meetup. There are not a ton of those. So get those while they're hot.
Yeah. Oh, and it's going to be so fun.
That is not to be missed. That's an add-on. So you can just get general admission and then add on like the cocktail hour or whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to be so fun. And we will make sure of it. I mean, there's just no way it's not going to be fun.
I'm finding amazing performers, drag queens,
It's gonna be
so fun.
good.
It's so fun. So
okay, so get your tickets.
be great.
There's a link in the show notes, but also on our website and blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, all right. Well, good work. Thank you for doing this grassroots effort because it's a lot more pressure on you because it's in your city.
Yeah, well, you know what? That made it feel like more comfortable because people were like, "Oh my God!" Oh, I had some people who were like, "Oh my God, I know you," and they go, "Wait, you live here?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And then we got to talk about that.
I just can't share the burden, I guess. You know?
Yeah. Oh well, it's but what my whole point of bringing it up was, it's been a long time since I've done something that's been outside of my comfort zone in that kind of way.
Yeah.
Or pushed me to be.
Maybe like pre-pandemic?
For sure. Before that. Because I can remember when I worked at the rock climbing gym at my college.
I didn't even know you worked at a rock climbing gym.
Oh, yeah. I worked at the gym while I was in school because I needed some extra money.
Yeah.
And
cool.
I think were we doing the podcast then? We might have even been doing the
podcast. If it was in graduate school.
No, it was undergrad.
Okay.
Yeah. And, but while I was there, the show was airing and was on TV.
That's tough stuff.
It was real tough stuff.
Yeah.
And part of my job as an employee of the rock climbing gym was to let people know when there were going to be events. So they asked me if I could flyer one day. And I looked at them and I said, I would rather quit and never come back again.
And never climb a rock again.
Right.
Right.
Then experience that. Absolutely not. Do I want to flyer for $12 an hour? Whatever I was making, there was like maybe less. You're making $0 there. I just wanted to hang out at the rock climbing gym all the time.
Yeah.
And,
but
be
if
on
you're
campus.
making the same amount of money and not at the gym, now you got to go like canvas.
Right. Like part of the, so they were like, oh, you three employees, you work the gym, and then you at 2 hours of your shift, you go out and flyer. Absolutely not. So I can remember the last time, like how mortifying that was, and how embarrassed I was because it felt like. Just to be asked, like, hey, aren't you that person?
Well, they know what they're doing when they ask you to do it, too. They act like, what? You're an employee. You got to do it. But they know the value of having you do it. Because when I worked at the Improv as the promotions director, they would be like, can you go around town and, like, put these flyers for different comedians? Just leave them at different places. And I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. And I would throw them in the back of my car and go home.
Oh,
and pretend
my God,
like
you're
I did
so
it.
funny. That is so great.
How are they going to know?
Suze, I didn't even really realize that they were asking me because of probably that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was part of my duty and responsibility.
They're being cheeky.
Ugh, fuck that. So, yeah. So I can remember the feelings last time. And it was a nice reminder. Like, I remember having this awareness because it felt so nice to be connected with the people in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that is cool. I like that.
I met so many cool people. I actually talked to the people at the store. I mean, in a different kind of way because it felt like when
personal.
when you're going in there and saying, I want to promote this event, can I put my business in your business? And can we collaborate right now? You're almost like equals, they're not trying to sell you something.
Totally.
And I had some really great connections and really great opportunities for conversation. And it was not something I would have expected would have come from that.
That makes sense. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because it's a way to connect where you guys are on the same page.
Yeah.
And you're making relationships in your community that you can't really create like just out of nothing.
And it almost gave me an icebreaker, like something to talk about.
You can't just be like, oh, I love your earrings.
Right. And then I could talk about, and then there were people who had great outfits. I took some pictures of them. I saw so many great outfits that day.
Wow,
like,
street
my God.
style.
Yes, so many. It was a really nice day of just. Okay, here's what I think it is, and I'm gonna. This is like what a lot of what I have for this episode is talking about. Like, I feel like we are using technology to a point. We have to really decide how and be intentional about how we want to use it and what we want to use it for, because sometimes there are these unintended consequences of something that may appear like a convenience. And here's an example. We tend to be, as a society, people who Yelp everything and who Google everything and who like, oh, we're going to a restaurant. Let's pick the restaurant based on the reviews, based on. That's so different than the kind of experience you will have if you walk around and are like, well, the energy at this place is great. Let's go get whatever this is right now. It feels like what you're engaging with is a simulated world or technology world versus a physical real world. Pun not
I know.
intended.
Fuck them for ruining that phrase.
Fuck them for ruining that phrase that is so important in like all the conversations we have in modern society. It really does. And now I can't say that without it. Also, here's things. Yeah. All cute sweatshirts that say Brooklyn. All stuff that has bananas on it because I think it's really cute, but I can't have it in my house because people will think that's weird. And the phrase, real world.
Yeah, the real world thing's a problem.
Yeah, anyways.
I'll tell you what's not a problem, and that is sleep, because I got cozier sheets.
Oh my gosh. Every single time my girlfriend spends the night, she has a shorter hop into bed routine than I do. Plus, I always like drag my feet on brushing my teeth. So I'm the last one to crawl into bed, and she's always in there first.
That's funny.
She, every single time, pulls up the covers and it's like, oh my God, these are the most comfortable sheets. I love your bed. Every time.
Heaven on earth. It's so
really
slinky. That's the word I would use, slinky.
Yeah.
Because it's like silky, but it's also just like,
It feels like freshly shaven legs.
It does. And they are soft as heck no matter how many times you wash them. Yeah. They have real deep pockets so they fit on your mattress properly. And they turned me, Suze, into a top sheet girl.
Yeah, me too.
That is like miraculous.
And now when I don't have it, when I make the mistake, because sometimes when I'm like, I'm crawling into bed, I maybe fell asleep on the couch, I'll just pull down the duvet and then I'll crawl in and then I forget.
And you're like, something's wrong.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with this? And then I pull it up. Treat.
Yes, we're top sheet girlies, okay?
Yes, we are.
They have the bubble cuddle blanket. They have those bamboo sheets. They have jammies. They have socks. They have everything that's cozy and comfy that will make you want to be a homebody. And they guarantee it. So they have the 100-night sleep trial for all their bedding. Yes. They have the 10-year warranty for all their products so that, like, if something goes wrong, you're good to go. Head to cozyearth.com. Use code BRAINCANDY for 40% off, and you can use it like more than once, not just the old first time routine.
Yeah.
And if you get a post-purchase survey, make sure you let them know you heard about them on our show. Cozy Earth is Brain Candy loyal, because your bed should be more than a place to sleep. It should be your happy place. Cozy Earth makes that possible.
Yes.
You're going to love them.
Place. Yeah.
All right, people.
I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, I already know. I was about to fight you about that. Okay, what else do I have to talk about you today? With you today? I read this article in the Atlantic on parent-influenced dorm rooms. Did you happen to see this?
I don't know if I saw that article, but I've seen this thing where, like, moms in particular are, like, creating this whole, like, subculture around, like, making dorm rooms great or whatever the fuck.
Like, there are Reddit forums and, like, there are accounts
called Parent Dorm
or something like that. It's I hate it. It's super gross behavior. I hate it for a lot of reasons, and I think there's a lot to unpack.
That's what I want you to do for me, because I'm like, what's driving this? Midlife crises?
I feel like it's harder to look at what's. I mean, actually, it's a very important question. What's driving it? But
because they want to decorate them, right? They want to make them like chic, or what?
Yeah, I think this is a little bit of that. Everything is influencer culture.
It's content. Yeah.
That there's now this expectation, I think, that we have of things should look a certain way. Or there's an aesthetic, right? Ugh.
It's so gross. Wouldn't you love just like a fucking dump,
Suze,
at this point?
That's what I'm saying. That I think
dorm dumps.
we have to ask, like, to what end? Like, I feel like we've gotten to this place. Have you ever had one of those weekends? This would always happen to me. This is going to sound very privileged and snooty, but I'm going to say it.
I love it.
When I was married, I had the opportunity to go to Aspen Food and Wine. Mm-hmm. Many times.
I remember that's where you announced how like wearing white was like a flex.
Oh, totally a flex.
And you're right
that
about
is such a rich lady thing, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
But there would be this thing that happened because it's such an indulgent weekend, and I was married to somebody who was in that business, or industry, whatever, and so we would get there, maybe a day before, and the party would start, and you'd be eating the most indulgent food and everything.
Yes. It's all about conspicuous consumption too. Like, it's about making sure everyone knows that you're wealthy, and that can even include quiet luxury, where it's not like labels, but it's like the white thing where you wear all white, but you're drinking a red wine. You're only going to do that if you can just replace your outfit, no problemo.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Okay. So you're there all week, and you're eating, and you're drinking. And then you get to this point where you're like, I actually I don't want another glass of wine. I don't want another, I can't have any. Because it's like
1 p.m.
It's like that, and after you've been doing that for like 5 days straight, you get to a place where like overindulgence, like there is too much of a good thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like as a society, we might be reaching that point in a lot of places, that this is where we've come with too much of a good thing is actually becoming a bad thing for us. This is like the law of diminishing returns kind of thing, but almost like with such a steep fucking fall off, I don't know what to call it. It's like
I suppose you're
graph for that.
You're arguing that the only way for all of, like, a really beautiful vacation, for example, the only way for that to matter is if you're not always on a really beautiful vacation.
Absolutely.
It's in contrast to like your normal life.
Yes.
And so like if your whole life is a treat,
right,
then how do you treat yourself?
Yeah. How do you treat yourself? And then what's the purpose of everything? Because it actually flattens things.
That's
when you
so
make
true.
things, when you
It's
make
hollow.
the purpose of things, yes. When you make the purpose of it to be aesthetically pleasing, that is the most superficial. I've never one time in my life, when I reflect on the happiest moments of my life, the most fulfilling moments, the things that I have, when I've achieved the most, whatever it is, when I feel most proud of myself, I do not remember the aesthetic. In no situation am I like,
It's like what I was wearing.
aesthetically. Who gives a shit? That was not the thing that made it exciting. And when it was, maybe arguably you could say, I really liked that one time when I did the interior, like the what do you call it? Like art direction, sort of. And
well, that's different
decorating
because you're very creative.
in like a magazine. That was like, oh, look, I'm in a magazine for that. That was my work that went into it, not the visual, like how it looked and it wasn't for that purpose.
And how much
it was
it
like the work
cost
that,
and why.
Yes. And it didn't cost me anything. I was getting paid to do it. Well, actually not paid, but you know.
Yeah, like I just think when these moms that they're talking about decide, you know, we want to make this dorm really cool and special. It's that there's nothing wrong with wanting to do that, and especially if it's in collaboration with your child and it's a bonding experience and it feels like meaningful as they
there's
transition.
Nothing wrong with that. Right.
There's lots of ways that it can be cool and great.
Right.
But the larger trend seems to be rooted in something else that is gross.
Yes, that there's an over-involvement that parents have in some of these kids' lives that is actually robbing these adults of the opportunity to develop like anything for themselves.
There's a lot of articles out now, and there was one in the New York Times that was about professors and the challenge of how, like, when they give students a bad grade, they get, you know, calls from the parents.
That's the most insane thing.
It's so embarrassing.
I would say I'm not allowed to communicate your child's grade. I would be like, nope, they're over 18. I don't know what that it's actually crazy. I can't imagine.
And they did this study where they interviewed all these young people, like middle school age and high school age, about like when they're the happiest. And I think it was in sort of considering like technology and all that, but that children and young adults basically crave freedom.
Yes.
And freedom from surveillance.
Yes, 100%.
Right? That they want to be able to make their own mistakes.
Yes. Not only do they want to, it is what we have to do if we want to be happy.
Who's we?
Humans, all people, especially teens and young adults.
The way that I think it may have, I wish I could remember the source, but the way that it was summarized on Instagram was that kids are nostalgic for a thing they've never had.
I saw that. Kids are nostalgic for a life they didn't have. Yes.
Like freedom.
Yes.
A freedom to like figure out who they are and fuck up and maybe date the wrong guy or what, you know.
Right.
All the stuff we did.
I think it's so layered. I think that there's this fear around doing that because of what the life on social media, this like influencer culture, everything being perfect projects that like you're failing if you don't have all this, if it's not perfect, if it's not aesthetically pleasing, then you're somehow not doing it right. And so everybody has this, I can't do it perfect, so I'm not going to do it at all thing. And there's no like acceptance for not having the best something, whatever it is.
And that when we recently spoke on an episode, you and I, about the trouble with regulating adult content online includes like an overly surveilled populace, and that's a problem. And none of us want that. We don't want to go online and have like someone being able to see what we're doing. It's
we shouldn't.
It feels gross.
Yes.
Well, our children feel like that. When a lot of what parents are doing in the name of safety and protecting our kids is a bunch of bullshit. And it's it's false. They're doing the same stuff and maybe more.
Right.
In spite of it. And
control
maybe because
is an illusion of safety.
Say it again louder.
Control is the illusion of safety.
It is, Sarah.
Yes, I know.
We all make that make that mistake
all the time. Yeah.
In our own ways.
Yes.
Whether it's in a relationship or with our kids or whatever. Or
because we all
ourselves.
let's take it another level. control is an illusion of safety. We can say that these parents are not feeling safe. It makes sense that in the world that we live in the exposure that we have to the dangers, when you flip on the news, or people don't even flip on the news anymore, you know what I mean. If you pick up your phone and you look at the news. When
you turn on your Victrola.
Right. My God, it's so when you roll down your windshield like this.
Right. When we go to the sock hop.
Yeah. I don't even remember what that was.
No. Like when you turn on the news. When you hear the news,
and
whatever.
you were just bombarded with all of these threats. With all of these threats,
supposed threats.
That puts us in a state of being
hyper alert.
Yes, which then makes us consume or do things to feel safe. We all do things to then cope. It makes sense that when we're feeling less safe and more fear, we are going to be more hyper vigilant. We are going to be. But the truth is, it all feeds itself. It's like never-ending cycle.
A lot of what makes us feel that fear, you put so beautifully and hilariously in the clip we did about the meteorologists and the local news, when you were like, are your genes killing you? That is so funny because we all know what that is.
Right.
And they're making money. They are selling advertising.
Yes.
And the only way they can get that advertising is if they get a certain number of viewers.
Right.
And the only way to get that is to make you think.
I'm wearing jeans right now.
Your jeans are killing you. Right. And so, okay, you have to understand that there is like money involved in all this shit.
That's all it is at the end of the day, that we are just... It's just consumerism, and it's just people trying to sell us things. And it's okay to be engaged with that. It's so fun to like buy things and decorate a dorm, and all of that stuff is so fun.
You appreciate that. Decorating a dorm room is cool.
It. I absolutely love it. I totally get it. But to what end? You have to say like what for. I have a really good answer to that because I have color grapheme synesthesia, and certain colors just don't look good together. It's very obvious that those two things wouldn't go together. It's like mathematically.
Disgusting.
That's like saying like 4 + 2 = 12. No, it doesn't. Ugh.
Yeah, wrong.
Wrong.
You're
That's
like
how it
Dwight.
feels. Yeah, wrong. That doesn't go there. That is how that would be if somebody put something on a shelf. Wrong. Absolutely not there. I did this. My brother is selling his house. They're moving to a new house. And I went over, I staged their house. And it's like, move, step back, move. And she was like, well, I could keep this up. And I said,
ma'am,
you could.
You told her to call me. I'd be like, ma'am, zip it.
But you wouldn't want to. I'm saying you can
do
whatever you want.
$3,000?
Right. Do you want to make money on this? Do you want to have let me tell you, let me do my job kind of thing. So, yeah. I totally get it. So, but I have an answer to why.
You're never more spectrumy than when it comes to like spatial awareness, directions.
Oh yeah. I do get like that because there's a very clear answer.
Yes, colors. Where something go? No, you don't need to work on it. Right. The reason you're like that is because it's not subjective. Right. You are saying there is a right answer.
There is. And
I feel like that about music.
Yes, I'm like that. And
that's
with directions,
not music.
Now I'm getting better at being like, okay, let's go this way. And then going that way.
Don't ever do that with me.
And then knowing it and being like, oh, we just took a little detour. But then not say, because I'm like, who cares if I'm like, take a little detour? Not like when I'm driving, but like, when,
you're just gonna let it happen.
I've on a while. I'll let it happen every now and then when I,
Here's what I don't want. I don't want you to let me do that. I don't want you to let me make mistakes with my stuff in my house.
No, I tell you.
Yeah, I defer. It. Yeah. And I won't notice.
That doesn't go there. Yeah. I'm like, this goes better there.
Fine by me. I'll tell you what else is fine by me and should be fine with everybody. And that is Relief Band. Tip of the hat.
Oh, yes.
I would love to know. We had a brainiac who sent me a DM because she's pregnant and was like, let's see if this can handle my morning sickness. So if you were that person, let me know how it went.
Yes. Well, I already know how it went because
Rave reviews.
It's one of those things where it feels like magic, so I feel like I have to test it. And so I have tested this. Not with being pregnant recently for obvious reasons, but in the car, I'll put it on, and then I'm like, all right,
Kelly used it when we were in Denver.
It is amazing. It really, really works. Yep.
Because if in Denver, the altitude is challenging.
Oh, yeah.
And
there's a lot of reasons you'd be nauseous up here.
Yeah, and if you're driving around, there's mountains, and you're going up and down, and it's windy and blah, blah, blah. And
if
Kelly
you're driving with my girlfriend, she's whipping that car around those tires.
Well, yeah, which I love. I love a unwieldy driver.
Yeah, I say she doesn't hesitate. It's good.
That is a nice way to put it. But I love her driving. Yeah. But if you are someone who gets car sick, it can be like, whoa, baby. And so Kelly had to stop and get Dramamine. And I said, damn it, I wish we had gotten Sarah's relief band.
Yes.
But you were at camp at that point.
Yeah. So I knew exactly where I was. I would have directed you right to it.
Right.
Oh, because it's like in the most accessible place in my closet, too.
And then
the medicine cabinet.
Once she got her mitts on it, she was happy. But at that time, we didn't have it. And it was like, damn it. This is a relief band testimonial.
I know.
But if you get nauseous in cars, boats, morning sickness, chemotherapy, hangovers, and any reason that you might feel like queasy, you put that darn thing on, and it just sends some sort of weird thing to your brain that turns that off.
Yeah,
it's like hijacking your brain.
It's so distracting when you're nauseous,
and it feels like you want to die.
Sometimes people just have you get nauseous and as a therapist, I just got to sit there for 50 minutes and deal with whatever and try to be present. So having something that can actually stop something that would be distracting is a real gift.
And you are going to get a gift too, because they are giving our listeners a deal. If you want to cure your nausea problem fast, join the hundreds of thousands of people who are nausea-free with Relief Band. Right now, we've got an exclusive offer just for Brain Candy listeners. If you go to reliefband.com, use promo code Brain Candy, you'll receive 20% off plus free shipping. So head to reliefband.com and use promo code Brain Candy for 20% off plus free shipping. And this is like no side effects. Like, I don't know how they do it. It's magic, but it's just tech that is actually helping you.
Yeah.
Unlike most tech.
Yeah.
So just embrace it, baby.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Okay, so I think you and I are both in the same boat where we did not get an opportunity to be in a dorm because we were
I was a commuter student.
And I was also a commuter student. And
Tibby always jokes about how like when you're a commuter student, you have to wear like 50 layers because like in the morning when you get there, it's like so cold.
Yeah.
And then like by the end of the day, you have like 50 coats.
And I see your 50 coats. And I raise you things to change into so you're not sweaty or something like that.
Totally. You live in your car.
I did not want to pay for parking. I'm paying for everything myself. And I'm like, I don't want to pay for parking.
Right.
So I would park
3 miles away.
And then I would ride my bike.
Oh my God.
To campus.
I'll tell you, I was not doing that.
I did that because it was so expensive. Like
for real, when you were about to launch into this, I thought she's going to talk about parking tickets.
No.
Because that's what my problem was.
Yeah, I would have gotten a million parking tickets. Right. I probably got a couple of those.
But you're like, I'm not getting a parking ticket.
It needs to be said that this
it was like planes, trains, and automobiles with you.
I was like 32 years old doing it.
Cars, bikes, and skateboards.
Yes, that's exactly. And then the next semester I wised up and I got myself a scooter. And I used the old Honda Vino because that I bought for like $250 or $400 or something like that. It was less to buy the scooter was less than the cost of the parking pass, and to get a scooter pass or a motorcycle pass was like something cheap, like $15. And I was like, done. Motorcycle pass, cheap old scooter.
This is my favorite rice trait.
Oh, that
is
I'm
like
so frugal.
you're resourceful. You
My
are
God.
frugal. That's not my favorite trait.
No, that shouldn't be. I am.
But I like that you can fucking make it work.
Oh, I will make it work. And sometimes
Design
based off
on a dime
principle
over there.
alone, because I think I might have actually been like dating my, the ex-husband out who like was very well off,
Even
and I
if
did
she
not.
has
I could have been
money,
like, "Can I
she's
have more?"
like,
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, you're not getting my money. How do you think I keep the money by not losing it like this? You know?
I do know. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, that gets me a little spectrumy too.
Yes. Yes.
Because
I'm so glad that I diagnosed you.
of,
This connected so many dots for me.
my mom's always like, whenever she listens, so you say it,
She doesn't like when I say that.
You are not autistic. You are not on the spectrum.
Maybe not.
I
Maybe
think
not.
it's because she saw
There's a
my
lot of
brother.
overlap.
But there's a lot of overlap, and I think that a lot is just there's a lot.
Neurodiverge.
Yeah, and also I think there's a lot of OCD behaviors.
That is really funny that you say that, because Link has a theory that he's like, I forget what it is exactly, but it's something about how he thinks that OCD, something about how the symptoms are basically what you're saying. Like, how do you ever know what you have?
Right.
When
they're
like
too
all
similar.
the symptoms are the same, whether it's ADHD, OCD, what's the other one? Spectrum.
Disorder. They're like those. There are certain behavior types that
It's
I
all
think
fucking symptoms.
Right, it is all symptoms. And
I go, you don't, because he goes, I think I'm just on the spectrum. I'm like, you are the most social human being.
I was going to say, Link and I are the same. We want to, everything's a bit. We want to like make people laugh, and we're going to get fixated on something because there's some OCD thing that where it's like, it's not perfect. Hang on, I got to like make it.
So do
way.
you think you are on the spectrum or not at this point?
It's hard. It's hard to say because it's hard to self-diagnose for those things, because I think there are a lot of things that I may be blind to because they're just, and I learned these things as I get older. And like a lot of times where people laugh when I'm not making a joke, and I'm like, I think they think I'm being funny because that would always happen in relationships. It's kind of like what you said, where I'm never more like spectrumy than when I'm like direction stuff and when I get. I think I'm using the same tone when I do that as when I'm being funny and doing like a funny bit.
Right.
And my partners will always say like,
basically like when you did the Moose Meese thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. That is the same. This tone. That is it. It's that. That is it. And I go, no, you got like.
And I think it's hilarious.
And it is funny unless we are in a fight or I'm saying it about something and you are not. You don't think I'm adorable at the moment. Then it looks like, why are you being aggressive? Yes. And I'm totally not. I'm like, this is the same tone. You have seen literal hundreds of hours of this tone. I have video footage of you've watched this tone on television.
That's really interesting because you're right about that.
I know, and they're always mad at me for that. And I'm like, I don't know how.
Because you were doing the same. You did the same tone.
And then people get upset. And I'm like,
you did the same tone with Moose Meese as you did on the telepathy tapes.
Yes.
And the telepathy tapes, I was like, that is not funny. So maybe it's that I'm not joking anymore.
Yes, that is it. That is it. That is probably it. And so that is like...
Wait, am I on the spectrum? Oh my God.
Yeah. So
well, what do you think that is?
Oh, like...
that you were spectrumy about Moose Meese too, but it just is funnier.
Well, I'm consistent, but people, it's how that behaviors, it's context, right?
Yes, the perception.
Context. That,
my God.
and that's what I was saying about sometimes I'm not making a joke, but people think I am. It's like, if people think I'm on stage or performing, then they laugh.
They're fine with it.
They're fine with it. But if we're driving in the car and I do the exact same tone because of
Sarah,
something
you're right.
they're like, why are you talking so mean to me? What are you saying? I just did this about Moose Meese.
Yes.
This is Moose Meese tone.
100%.
So...
And that wasn't funny at all.
Right. There you go. So, it wasn't funny.
So
I was being serious.
What is different is me, not you. Meese, not Moose. For real,
I
though.
hope people feel seen in this conversation. It's very funny.
No, it's actually really helpful to me because I could see why you're confused. You're like, I am doing the same here and here.
Exactly.
The only difference is what you're doing, Suze.
Correct.
Right.
Thank you. I feel very validating right now.
I feel very validated for you because that would be really confusing if I were on the spectrum. No, I would be confused if I were you.
Now I have a partner who's so understanding.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
She's the same. Because she gets
equally
as fixated on something that's like...
She's just not admitting that she is one of these things.
Yeah, no, she is. She's like, she's I probably have some overlap. Like, and she's like, not enough for you to diagnose it, but you're like,
I know, she is really just like a touch.
It's a touch, which makes me very understanding of her and her very understanding of me. It's great.
I would love to know, though, just if you wouldn't mind indulging me, what it is that makes me attracted to these people, like you and her,
I know.
And Kelly and Adam, and Megan.
Like that honesty. That what is the word? Like that where you just say,
yes, uncensored, candid,
candid, and uncensored. Yes.
That there's no bullshit.
And if you ask a question. You know how long it's taken me? One of the things that is the hardest for me to remember is that I don't have to answer every question I'm asked.
I'm really glad it took you a while.
That is such a new and foreign concept to me. You mean...
Why?
Oh my
Why
God.
did it
Oh my
take so
God.
long?
Oh my God. I waited all this time. I have probably the most brain candy story thing that happened to me. Oh my God, I buried the lead. I'm so fucking glad that I remembered to tell you this. We have to talk about this interaction that I had in the fucking parking lot at the grocery store. Please explain this to me.
Okay.
I was like, do I call Susie now? Do I wait? I'm like, no, I have to wait, and I have to tell her on the podcast. Oh my God. Here's what happened. So, Sis, I'm at the grocery store the other day. I pull into the spot. There is the first spot next, like very closest to the store, is occupied by this guy who has his windows rolled down. He's chilling with his seat back a little bit. He looks like a bro dude. He's like smoking a cigarette or something like that. But he's like just like a regular dude in like probably a 2001 Corolla. So not just like kind of like a crappy car.
An everyman.
An everyman. Yeah, it's not a new car, but it's not like, I'm worried about this car or something like that next to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nondescript.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
I pull into the second available spot right next to him, but it happens to be one of those spots that has a planter in it, and I got a big ass truck. So my truck was sticking out a bit, but I'm like, I have this thought in my head, like, oh, do I do it? Do I move it or not? Whatever.
Okay.
So then I get out of the car and I go and
I'm
I grab
mad already.
You should be. I go and I grab my grocery bags out of the back, and I remember in my head how a few years ago, and my car's at a tiny little bit of an angle. And here's some things that have happened since I own a truck. I have felt the male gaze in a way that will sometimes be like, oh, you're part of the club, or like
scornful.
Yes. And whose truck are you driving kind of thing.
Who do you think you are?
So I gotta be real, like, you can't be doing like, can't be doing like 20-point turns to get into your parking spot. You gotta back it up first try.
Just act like, you deserve to be there.
Exactly.
Act like you're a man, essentially.
Basically, right? So I get out, I get my bag, and I'm like, I don't want to park like this. This is
I
embarrassing.
hate when that happens.
Right? So I get in my car.
God.
And the only amount of eye contact I've made with this dude is when I first maybe got there. I looked over. No nothing. We haven't like, hey, what's that? Like nothing. I haven't looked at him. And
You're
like,
just clocking it
just
because you don't want to
that's
get
it.
raped and murdered.
Well, and he didn't look like anybody. He was like a big threat, whatever. But kind of weird. I don't know. But I literally thought nothing about this dude. I went to repark my car because it's also
Right away.
you should know that a few years ago, now it's been years, it's been probably like 15, one of my New Year's resolutions was don't park like an asshole. So I always like to park really straight, and it's
That's a
worked.
funny New Year's resolution.
Yeah, and then one year it was
I
always
wish more
return your
people would have that.
Your grocery
Shopping cart,
And,
yes.
and those two things, I'll tell you, you always
They
look like
stick
a
with
good
you.
person. They stick with you. And
Yes.
it's so easy to do, and you won't fail because it's really just about do you have an extra 10 seconds to
Atomic habits. I'm telling you.
And
Yeah.
it's now a habit. And like people, like when I would go on dates with people and like we would have to go to the grocery, people would always comment about like, oh, you returned the car. That's so nice. Wow.
Conscientious.
Because
Yeah.
I do. And I will always.
Yes.
I am that person. And I'm scared of cart narcs. Okay. Anyways, which is a hilarious Instagram account if you haven't seen it. Back to our story. So I repark my car, and I repark my car
God.
in one of those spaces where I got like tons of room and it's available. And also I'm thinking, I've been sitting down podcasting all day or something. I would love a little walk, little like stretch the legs, you know?
Yeah. Oh
So
my God.
I walk by this guy's car, and he's now standing outside of his car,
Oh my
leaning
God.
against his car, smoking a cigarette. And he goes, hey, nice Tacoma. And I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm already annoyed, thanks. And he goes, and I keep walking. He goes, question for you. Why did you repark your car? And I then proceed to say, well, because it was a New Year's resolution of mine, like years ago, to not park like an asshole, and it was
that's
sticking
so
out a lot, and I
cute,
just didn't want
Sarah.
to. And then I was like, and what? Like then it clicked
Yes. Like,
in
fuck
my head.
you.
Fuck you! After that sentence already came out, and then so I was like, why? And he
Yes.
was like, and he was like,
Yeah.
oh, just wondering. And then I just kept walking because I'm not going to sit there. And what I really wanted to
my
say
God.
was, why the goddamn hell do you give a shit about where I'm parking? Whatever you're going to say now, I'm annoyed by. If you think that I think that you were a threat or something like that, I don't give a shit. Like, could it be that? And then if that is the case, I certainly do now that you've confronted me about it. And then the other thing I thought is, you know how you'd like to go through life thinking, nobody's really watching me and correcting everything that I do. You know, I always talk about the mustard stain of like, we're not looking
I
at other
have
person's
always
mustard
disagreed
stain.
with that.
Dude, apparently, motherfucking jackass bro dudes are watching your every move because somebody, if you're thinking nobody's looking
Yeah.
at how I'm parking and wondering
sorry.
why is she reparking, turns out they are. So
Well, yes.
I don't know what to do about that one for real social anxiety over here.
Okay. First of all,
Can you believe that I waited till the last 10 minutes of our show to drop this nugget?
Yeah, because
I'm worked up. The pulse is
okay.
elevated.
Okay, so your sense is that the reason he asked is he thought maybe you parked, saw him,
Yeah.
and thought, I don't want to be near him?
Maybe. I'm thinking I went through.
Was he
Susie,
like undesirable in any way? Like tattoos or something?
That's why. No. That's why I said all those things about his description before. How the car wasn't one where I was like,
It was
oh,
nothing.
It was nothing. He was literally wearing like a black Hurley shirt and not one that was like.
He's regs.
He's flat brim hat. He is regs. The most insulting thing he was doing was smoking a cigarette and talking to me. I was not at all, and I'm in a fucking grocery store in the middle of the day, and I'm not threatened by this dude. But the fact that whatever happened there. So then, here's the thing that I'm the most upset about. A few things. I'm upset about everything. But I then spent I'm not kidding, 3 fucking times as long in the grocery store because couldn't remember what I was there for. Couldn't stop thinking about anything. I was like, what?
You were ruminating.
Why did he ask me that?
Yeah.
Why would he ask me that? What is this what people are thinking whenever I park anywhere?
Do you think there could be another reason that's more charitable that he asked?
Help me. Let's come up with one.
Well, maybe
but why would
he saw the way you parked and then you
me?
What do you mean?
Like he got out then he walked like towards me to ask me that question.
Yeah.
It felt like he was like
it felt like he pointed, yeah.
And then I like wanted to be like, is there any universe where you would say that to a dude if a dude reparked his car? There is.
I love the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson comparison. Like, would you ask Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson
reparked his car? You'd be like,
"Hey,
something wrong with that
question
spot.
For you.
Stop him on his way
Toyota
in.
Corolla."
I can't. I could not get over this for like 24 hours. So
I think it's possible there could be another explanation that we're not considering.
Well, write in. I'd love to hear it. This is your call to action, listeners. Please tell me, men listening, what the fuck was he talking about?
It's possible that he could have been like in your shoes before and wanted to say like you parked fine before you didn't need to. It's possible that he's like the nicest guy in the world. But you're describing someone who was more direct.
Why'd you repark there? Like that.
It was clear to you that this guy had a bone to pick.
Yes. Right. He wanted me to say why.
Because you are a scary man.
And then when I gave him...
Fuck you if you're doing that.
That was my New Year's resolution.
I love that was your answer, by the way.
Because I told him the truth.
How did he respond to that?
Like he was kind of put off by my answer.
Because I'm sure he was caught off guard.
Yes, he was.
The answer is
And then when I said why, he looked caught off guard by my answer. And I was like, I don't know which one of us is weird right now. And then I felt weird. The whole rest of the time, I was like, now I feel like I don't know like this is what just happened to me.
It's interesting because I do find our experiences in the world interesting to compare. Only because my default, especially when dealing with men, is to do what society expects me to do. Very much like feminized, like cutesy, just sort of like, I'm a dum-dum. I parked wrong and I felt so dum-dum. And then they have a different reaction.
Right.
And so, like, I never know how to interpret your interactions because you don't do that, which I'm glad. Like, I feel embarrassed that I do what I do.
Mine feels more like a kid. Like, I do what it's like what
it's
is
like overly honest.
Me, but like what?
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm watching this new show called Alien Earth that's like,
oh my God.
Does Adam love it? It's so good. Yeah. I was like, ooh, I bet Adam likes this. Does he love it?
I am married to Sarah. That is what is happening, okay?
Yeah.
He won't stop talking about it.
Okay, well, you know how they put the brain they've put the brains of or not the brain, the conscious of a child in an adult humanoid body and they still kind of
You think I let him talk about this?
Oh, well, okay. In this show, they do that, and then the adults they look like adults, but they have the conscious of not 3-year-olds, like children, like 13-year-olds or 9-year-olds or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I would say my reaction is very much like how you feel when you watch them, where
that
you're
makes
like,
sense.
It's almost like
you have suspended maturation because of your trauma.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's that how old were you when you developed the coping strategy to get out of what you perceived as a harmful or dangerous situation? Dude, we just got some places. That was like therapy.
Yeah, you're right. It's the whatever was the successful survival tactic. I mean, for me too, because that is what gets me through life is deferring to men in a feminized, sort of often flirtatious way.
And in that moment, I just step into that little kid who's like, "What? I guess I'll do." That's why I'm like such an easy victim. By that, like, if you ask me, I'm gonna answer. You know.
But it's like, weird because it's like you've done this thing where you're now aware of it, and so sometimes you'll like overcorrect, and half the time I'm not even sure that they intended for you to feel that way in the first place.
100%. That's yep.
Okay, what are the chances that
therapy, everyone? It's great. It's super healing. Keep going.
Sherry has her work cut out for her. What do you think the chances are, though, that he didn't mean it the way you interpreted it? 25%?
No, I wouldn't give him that. 10%.
And then you were like, it was my New Year's resolution. And then what happened?
And then he just and I said like, why? And he just didn't have like a good response. And then
Did he have any response?
Because I was in the middle of the road when he asked me. So I just kept walking. I was like, oh, I don't even know if I said why. Wow. I just said, I don't know.
That's really rude of him.
Yeah,
no matter
I know.
What his intention, because that's scary.
Yes, it is. I whatever you thought I moved for is now why I'm not returning to my car as soon as I should have, and why I'm doing a few extra laps around the old grocery store.
Wow.
Dude. So there's my story.
That was excellent. I would love to hear from people to hear what they think happened or insight they have.
This was a very candy episode.
It was so good.
But sort of like
good job.
A lot of things to chew on and think about.
That's right. I think people will think about it.
You know, maybe less fact-driven and more theory.
Totally. And like life experience. And
yeah. We're just getting
good job, Sarah.
Over here.
Yeah, man. We stopped being polite.
Yeah.
If you need our codes ever, they're on our website, the Brain Candy Podcast. If you want challenge or reality TV stuff, you can go to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/brain candy. Mm-hmm. And we just appreciate every 5-star review we get, and tell a friend. Okay.
Yes. We love you.
We love you. See you next time. Bye.